no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be. Yeah.
Black Box Productions.
Neighborhood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Gloaming is the word of the day. What's happening, y'all? Hey, Kanye is still lit on the internet. He said something controversial in regards to Hitler. If you haven't heard it, this is how it was worded. Oh, my mama do it like.
That's right. You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. The Jew, I love everyone. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Now, the internet is going crazy over these statements. This is the position I come to with Kanye currently, because it's not always about the messenger as much as it is about the message. And when the messenger has given messages that you don't quite fit, and it causes you to have a personal distaste toward the messenger in your mouth, you challenge when he does come across and say something that's profound, that makes sense. You have a challenge to disregard the information and the knowledge based on your past experience with him saying otherwise, or things that strike you otherwise, or you challenge with taking it at face value and tapping in and making your assessment based on what he said. And this is the conclusion I've come to. We know we've been disappointed in a lot of things he said publicly, a lot of things he's done. And consistent with the way I've discussed issues of people that are prominent amongst our community when they're doing what we approve of or what we disapprove of, I always speak of a path to redemption. I'm not really with throwing our people out. I feel like for the majority, most part, there's always an applicable role you can play if you ever find yourself feeling as if you have come into the situation where you understand where you have been in error and you want to be efficient, or you want to see the cause move forward based on your past history and the way we can assess your integrity and your character. I think almost everyone has a chance. I don't hate that. Even Candace Owens, I can see her right now getting baptized figuratively into a more appropriate space as in regards to how she represents us and being a powerful tool. I hate the fact that Charleston White has been so disrespectful towards some people that I love dearly. At least one person, because then I have to be unselfish and see how he's been disrespectful to other deceased and how it affects others. And without that, I see him also as a tool that can be quite effective on behalf of our people, just with his mouthpiece. But he happens to also be comfortable claiming the witness, and then to being a witness. And I've seen some pictures of him so banged out, I could never co-sign the way he act like he worked with the police. But other than that, I don't want to get distracted. Kanye's Hitler comments, without context, sound pretty terrible. Oh, my mama. However, we don't know the question that Alex Jones, or what the conversation, I personally don't know what the context of the conversation was leading up to that. All we heard was Alex Jones try to give him a way out of being classified as someone such as Hitler. And rather than him at that moment taking that opportunity to clear his name from any association with Hitler, he he rather chose to express how even Hitler, in his mind, cannot be considered 100% evil human. There even has to be a path of redemption for Hitler. And then he associates his conversation with the Christian conversation and the Bible and the gospel. And whether you realize it or not, this nation is founded as a Christian nation. If you don't recall, money says, "In God we trust." That was not an obscure, unidentified God when they stated that. When you salute the flag, we're one nation under a God. That is not some unidentified God. There was a structured concept, ideal in this country. And he's speaking at this point from a Christian perspective. And if you're familiar with the Christian philosophy, guess what? Even the thief on the cross next to Christ, it tells you the worst. There is no sin beyond forgiveness. And he is very profound in making that statement from a Christian perspective. In order for them to condemn him for what he said, you have to first condemn the whole the whole concept of Christianity. On top of that, when everybody's so appalled that he feels like even Hitler deserves some type of notoriety, and he didn't say that Hitler deserves notoriety for the horrific things he did. He didn't say the horrific things that Hitler did were not horrific. He said alongside of the horrific things that Hitler did, Hitler also made some pretty amazing contributions to society, such as the microphone that I utilize on a daily basis. That's something I wasn't aware of. So my thing is this. Where's all the outrage coming from when just recently we've had a big challenge of getting statues of slave owners knocked down right here in America? We have an issue of getting the Confederate flag removed from the imagery of our society, being very well of what it has represented in times past. Deeper than that, if you look at your currency, there are multiple, and I don't want to go as far to say all, because I'm not that educated on the subject. However, I am educated on the subject enough to know that there are multiple slave owners on the currency that we have to look at and view each and every day. So, with that being said, I believe we can classify putting anyone's face on our currency as praise, honor, and giving them accolades for the good things they did, whatever they may be, irregardless of the horrific things they did. And in the light of that, I don't understand why the statements he made about Hitler can be considered offensive. Because right here in America on a daily basis, you and I, those that are like me, the people that they consider black or African American, we're faced with looking at slave owners, people that treated our ancestors horribly right here upon this soil. Every time we look at our money and other monuments, we have to go to school. Just think, America still, as a system, as a corporate society, still has yet to eliminate this fake concept of Thanksgiving. If your children went to school in the public school system, this year, they just learned about the Pilgrims and the Indians and that fake Thanksgiving. It's the society we live in, right? I saw a white man do a presentation on Facebook yesterday, and out of the presentation, it was about a 15-second clip where he was talking about how much of a misnomer it is for us to be called black, and how we went from black to Negro to this to that to African American. And then he said, you know what, I have a friend, he's white, he grew up in South Africa, then he moved to America. He is African American. Have you ever in your life heard the term African American applied to someone that wasn't black? Just think about it. He said, I have a friend who grew up in Africa, South Africa. He was born in South Africa. Then he moved to America and became a citizen. He is African American. He said he's more African American than most. And as he was saying this from a podium, a platform in front of a room full of people, he was so overwhelmed with what he was stating, even though it was prepared. He had pre-prepared this information. He knew it well. While he was delivering it, it hit him so well that he had to like grab his forehead. He was like, do you get how much of a misnomer it is that we're called black? I am over convinced that there is agenda to suffocate what there is that is great amongst us right now in our face, and they use a very subtle tactic, warlike tactic, to do it. There is no way in the world Kyrie should have been able to spark as much controversy as he did by posting a link to content that is still currently present on Amazon, and Jeff Bezos and the Amazon name is not equally involved in this controversy or more involved. There's no way. Anti-Semitic. Root word Shem. Shem, the father of a heavily pigmented, melanated tribe lineage of people. Anti-Semitic. That's what they want to throw around. Why are these same people not just as concerned when things anti-African American, anti-Negro, anti-blacks are being said? Where's the brotherly concern? Boy, look, before I get all stretched out, we'll get back to it once we get the dialoguing, but we got to be careful because we got to read between the lines on my mama.
We read between the lines. We read between the lines. We read between
On
the
the set,
lines.
cause the swore I had covered my bases. Ended up in court, had to fight a couple of cases. Crackers don't care when you come in them places. It be written on their faces. Them motherfuckers is racist. Fuck trial, shit tricky, give me the deal. I ain't never seen a real killer beat a pill. Shooter got a brighter future if he got a date. Behind the gate, lot of politics to tolerate. Sitting in the car, finna split a cigar. To my niggas on the yard, send my biggest regards. You don't wanna run it back, we already ran it. You had the fat on his back, cause I'm heavy-handed. On the catch another fade, we can follow up. But I ain't waiting all day, niggas squabble up. Gang of anger, got it all bottled up. Gang bangers, whole world follow us. Evil signs you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Evil signs you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Niggas clowns need to be in the circus. Putting these buzzers on the turf, they defeating the purpose. The first to return when the enemy serves immediately on ease. These weenies be nerve dedicated to a section that didn't deserve us. It turned us into murderers and then the deserters. Number one lesson I learned in the pen: when you lose your respect, you can't earn it again. Smoke a lot, classified most faded. The local won't be satisfied till all his folks made it. This Cabbage Patch where he caught most of the damage at. Perhaps he know a magic plastic surgeon that can manage that. Ask me, I'm just a product of my habitat. Narcotic habits where they quick to let you have it at. Nigga homie talking about he need half that. I'm laughing at him as if my little bastard having that. You imagine that? Can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Evil times you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines.
Snake Wood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the
I
marathon
overlook my
continue.
competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be. Yeah.
Black Box Productions. Black Box Productions.